So tell me what brings you in here today.
Yes, I'm here today because I'm having trouble kind of defining where my moment is to in regards to drinking, and I've noticed that I've been out with my friends a lot, and I've kind of lost control. Had some really just bad moments where I've just woken up and I don't know where I am. And I do notice that it's something that needs to change, but I'm not exactly sure where to start.
So you recognize that you want to change your behavior in regards to your alcohol usage,
Mm-hmm.
and you're unsure of where to begin.
Yes, and so I've tried to talk to some friends about this, but no one's really as encouraging, and I haven't really gotten a good idea just yet.
You don't have a lot of support from your current social surroundings, but you still feel very motivated to make this change.
Yeah, I just really don't like having control, the feeling of not having control of my body. And I notice it happens when I just don't recognize my limit when it comes to alcohol consumption.
Control is very important to you, and you want to make more educated decisions around your alcohol consumption.
Yes, for sure.
Have you considered any steps that you could take to begin?
Um, I don't know, maybe just not drinking at all, but I don't know if I should start at a slower process, just to be more comfortable, or just stop completely.
You're unsure of how to start. You do know that you want to make this change, though. You feel committed to this behavior change. Would you potentially be open to hearing about ways that I know other people have been successful with changing their behavior?
Yes, I'm very much open to any suggestions. I also feel like I can just kind of be more careful when I'm around friends and just be more aware of my own surroundings, and limit to myself to one or two drinks socially, if I'm not at home.
What do you think being careful looks like?
I think being careful basically looks like me not, I don't know, just basically recognizing as soon as the alcohol has an effect on me and stopping right there.
What do you notice? What are ways in which you notice alcohol has an effect on you?
I notice that sometimes I get pretty dizzy. I laugh a lot, but let's see. Yeah, start getting kind of hot, pretty dizzy, things like that is usually when I know that it's kind of having an effect in that moment.
So, the first step that you've talked about is maybe limiting the consumption and being more careful when you do consume alcohol. Have you thought about what other steps might look like?
I thought about just anytime I do drink alcohol, it's at home, so that way I'm in a safe place, don't have to go anywhere. At home with friends or at home with family, and just being very minimal with it. Instead of going out, because I feel like it's more of a risk, when I go out, and in terms of ending up in places where I don't really, I'm not really aware of.
Tell me about situations in which you are consuming alcohol.
I think it depends on if it maybe in parties usually. That's usually where most of the alcohol is. When you go to a party with friends. Sometimes at a restaurant, I would just kind of choose something, to drink with my meal, which I don't think is too crazy as long as it's limited and I'm not driving. But mainly at parties and social events.
So, alcohol adds to your social enjoyment of situations.
Yeah, I think it does.
So, you see there are some benefits to drinking alcohol. It does increase your social enjoyment, but you also understand that some of the behaviors sometimes end up not having great outcomes. So this is motivating you to change.
Yes, I just recognize that the negative outcomes are kind of play more of a bigger role in the alcohol consumption, and I just really want to limit that as much as possible.
So your goal would be to start limiting your alcohol consumption and we've said that the first step could be being more careful when you do consume alcohol. What support do you believe that you need to continue with this behavior change?
For the most part, I feel like I'm more of a self-assured person. Like once I kind of set my mind to something, like I genuinely try to figure it out. But I do think that like accountability for it would help if I'm in a social environment.
What do you think accountability would look like?
I think accountability just talking to a really close friend that I'm with or whoever I'm with, and like, hey, like maybe if they decide for me to be like a designated driver that day to limit my alcohol consumption, or like if or just saying like, oh, like just kind of like keeping an eye out on each other, and really just choosing my like friends wisely when I go out to social events.
Okay, so I'm just going to summarize a bit what we've talked about. So you are motivated to make this change to consume less alcohol and change your behaviors. You recognize that what you're doing now has some negative outcomes, but you're very self-assured and you are motivated. So you're okay making this change on your own, but having support from your friends you feel would help you along in this process. So knowing what we've talked about today, what do you think, where would you like to go from here?
I think the next time I drink, it would be at home. Alcohol consumption would be at home, but also if I am at a social event, just kind of like talk to someone who is willing to kind of, like we're willing to hold each other accountable when it comes to our alcohol consumption.
Okay, I think that's a good place to start.
Thank you.